mi jefas. Hello, my lady bosses. My name is Janet, a proud Boricua, mother, wife, grandmother, daughter, sister, and friend. Welcome to La Jefa Unfiltered, the podcast created for women by a woman who knows your voice matters. This is a space for real conversations, unfiltered truth, and growth without apologies. A space where women are empowered, inspired, and reminded that they are seen, heard, and más que enough, exactly as they are. Here we talk confidence, purpose, self-love, balance, and the courage it takes to step fully into your power. We celebrate strength, softness, resilience, authenticity, and the beauty of becoming. No mask, no perfections, just real life, honest conversations, and empowerment. Sin filtro. So take a breath, take space, and walk boldly. Because La Jefa isn't just a title, it's who you are. Let's get unfiltered.
Hola, hola, mi jefas. Hello, my lady bosses. Welcome back to La Jefa Unfiltered. This is your space for real conversations, healing moments, growth reminders, and the truth that sometimes feels uncomfortable, but always sets you free. Today, we're talking about something that can be completely transform your life, your relationships, your mental health, your energy, and your purpose. We are talking about the power of saying no. Yes, that tiny two-letter word that so many of us struggle to say. The word that can feel so heavy, scary, guilt-filled, and even selfish. But today, we're going to reframe it because saying no is not rejection. It is not cruelty. It is not abandonment. Saying no is an act of self respect and boundaries. Boundaries don't limit your life, they protect your peace and create your freedom. So grab your coffee, your cafecito, your glass of wine, go for a walk, sit in your car, or fold your laundry. Let's talk about it. Many of us were not raised to say no. We were raised to be polite, to be helpful, to be available, to be accommodating, to be the strong one, to be the good daughter, the good, reliable friend, the team player. And sometimes, somewhere along the way, we started believing that our worth was tied to how much we could give. We learned that being needed meant being loved. So we started saying yes, even when we were tired, even when we were overwhelmed, even when we were resentful, even when we were breaking inside. We said yes to things that cost us our peace. Yes to conversations that drained us. Yes to responsibilities that were never ours. Yes to emotional labor that went unnoticed. Yes to expectations we never agreed to. And slowly, our life started filling up with obligations instead of intention because every yes is a commitment. And if you never say no, your life becomes a schedule designed by everyone else. Let's say this clearly. Saying no is not selfish. It is self-respect. Self-respect means recognizing your limit. It means honoring your energy. It means understanding that you are a human being, not an endless resource. When you can say no to what drains you, you say yes to what sustains you. Yes to rest. Yes to goals. Yes to your mental health. Yes to your family. Yes to your purpose. You are not here to prove your worth through extortion. You are not here to earn love through sacrifice. You are not here to disappear so others can feel comfortable. You're here to live fully. You cannot live fully if you are constantly overexerted. Let's get real. Most people don't realize they are overgiven until they are already burnt out. So, how do you identify it? Here's some powerful signs. You feel resentful after helping people. You say yes in the moment, but later feel annoyed, used, or invisible. Resentment is not a personality flaw, it is a boundary alarm. You feel guilty when you rest. If resting feels like you're doing something wrong, you may be overgiving. You're always the strong one. Everybody comes to you, but you don't know who to go to. Your needs are last on your list. You show up for everyone, but keep postponing your own dreams, healing, and growth. You say, I have no time constantly, but your calendar is full of things that don't align with your priorities. You feel emotionally exhausted around certain people, not because you don't love them, but because the relationship has no balance. Overgiving is often disguised as kindness, but kindness without boundaries becomes self abandonment. People pleasing is not just about wanting to be nice. It usually comes from deeper places: fear of rejection, fear of conflict, fear of disappointing others, fear of being misunderstood, fear of losing relationships, fear of being seen as selfish. Sometimes it comes from childhood patterns. Maybe love was conditional. Maybe peace meant staying quiet. Maybe approval had to be earned. So now, as adults, we manage other people's emotions before our own. We over explain, we over apologize, we over commit, we overextend. But here's the truth: you're not responsible for how others feel about your boundaries. You are responsible for being honest, respectful, and clear. That's it. If someone is upset because you are protecting your mental health, that discomfort belongs to them, not you. If you are not used to it, saying no can feel physically uncomfortable. Your heart may race, your voice may shake, your mind may start negotiating. So let's make it practical. You don't have to start with the biggest boundary. Practice with simple situations. No, I can't make it tonight. No, I'm not available this weekend. No, I can't take that on right now. Stop over explaining. You don't need a 5 paragraph justification. Boundaries are not court cases. The more you over explain, the more room people have to negotiate. Use the pause. Instead of immediately saying yes, try, let me check my schedule. I'll get back to you. I need to think about it. This gives you time to respond intentionally instead of reactively. Accept the discomfort and part of growth. The first few no's will feel heavy, but every boundary you set builds confidence. Every time you choose yourself, you reinforce your self worth. Boundaries are not just about saying no to invitations, they exist in every part of your life. Emotional boundaries, not absorbing everyone's problems, not feeling responsible for fixing people, not tolerating disrespect or manipulation. Time boundaries, protecting your schedule, blocking rest time, creating space for creativity and purpose. Work boundaries, not answering emails at midnight, not taking on responsibilities outside your role, not normalizing burned out. Family boundaries. This one is hard because love can make boundaries feel like betrayal, but healthy relationships can survive honestly. Unspoken resentment cannot. Friendship boundaries. Friendship is not measured by availability, it is measured by mutual respect. Real friends will learn your limits, not punish you for them. This is the part many people don't understand. They think boundaries restrict life, but boundaries actually create freedom. Freedom from constant pressure, freedom from emotional exhaustion, freedom from living a life designed by obligation. When you start saying no to what doesn't align, you create room for better opportunities, deeper relationships, restorable silence, personal growth, joy that is not rushed, purpose that is not postponed. Your energy becomes intentional. Your yes becomes meaningful. Presence becomes authentic because you're no longer performing, you're living. Sometimes when you start setting boundaries, not everyone will celebrate. Some people benefited from the version of you that had no limits. And when you change, dynamics change. This can bring grief. Grief for friendships that shift. Grief for roles you release. Grief for the realization that you were overgiving for years. Allow yourself to feel that. Growth is beautiful, but it's not always easy. You are not becoming cold. You are becoming clear. You're not becoming distant. You are becoming discerning. Strength is not how much you can carry. Strength is knowing what is not yours to carry. Strength is choosing rest without guilt, speaking truth without aggression, creating peace without fear. Strength is saying, I love you, but I cannot do this. I care, but I need to protect my energy. I want to help, but not at the cost of myself. That is emotional maturity. This is self leadership. That is peace in action. So today, I want to leave you with a question. Where in your life do you need to start saying no? Is it a commitment, a conversation, a pattern, a role you've outgrown, a behavior of overgiving? Remember, every boundary you set is a message to yourself. My peace matters. My time matters. My energy matters. I matter. And when you truly believe that, you stop asking for permission to protect your life. If this episode spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to remember. And today, if this episode spoke to you, share it with someone who needs the reminder. And today, practice one small no, not out of anger, not out of fear, but out of love for yourself. Because your space is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Until next time, protect your energy, honor your truth, and remember, freedom begins at the boundaries.